their new album, Holy Shit. How are you guys doing?
We're doing pretty good.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's been pretty fun so far. Yeah, we're on tour right now with a band called The Flatliners and a band called Broadway Calls and also a band called The Arteries who are from Wales, I believe. So, yeah. And yeah, all very good things. So.
Can you tell me a little bit about your new album?
It looks like a Bible and has pictures of turds ascending to heaven inside of it. Basically, in a nutshell. I don't know. It's just
That's beautiful.
Just a joke.
Beautiful, beautiful.
I don't know. It's called Holy Shit. We thought it was funny, and I don't know. It's our second record that we've done together, and just a bunch of I don't know, a bunch of new stuff that we wrote that we liked, and you know, that's kind of it. We did a video for a song on the record called Honestly, and that was kind of, I guess, like the single or whatever to lead off with. But I don't know. There's a lot of, I don't know, like a lot of the songs on it.
Yeah, it's just fun songs.
We kind of like we do a lot of videos with like my friend Cody Fennell, who like designs a lot of our artwork and stuff. So I don't know, and we don't necessarily like use like singles or whatever. So we're definitely gonna do like more videos for the record itself, but it'll just be like based on like I don't know, different ideas and different songs.
You were describing your album artwork earlier, and I heard that really recently actually that it caused some issues with funding company, Factor, I believe?
Yeah.
It did, yeah.
Yeah, they, I mean, it wasn't really as much with Factor as it was with the Canadian government, because it's funded by the Canadian government, or like this program Factor is funded by the Canadian government.
So they were just pressuring Factor.
Yeah, the Canadian government, I mean, obviously it's a conservative majority. They found our artwork to be offensive and put pressure on Factor to come down on our record label, and then came down on us. And it was kind of this snowball effect where you had a conservative government that didn't view this particular thing. I mean, like, however you want to see it, you know, at the end of the day, it's art, you know, it's like the way we want to express ourselves. And it was a joke to begin with, anyway. So you have a conservative government applying pressure to, like, an arts funding program, which is kind of ironic. Like, I mean, it's funny, like, how is that arts funding anymore? We have, like, a form of government censoring.
Coming in.
Yeah, it's like, I mean,
it just changes your culture, it changes a million different things.
I mean, that's what happens when you vote in a conservative majority, though. And it's
Yeah.
not like, it wasn't that surprising. It was just interesting to like, because we're all like young guys and aren't really that politically involved or like motivated as individuals. But I think it like kind of helped us like open our eyes to that, because we were so directly affected by something that the Canadian government was doing, and it just like, you know, you finally realize that like how much of a difference like the government can actually make in your like day-to-day life. You know what I mean? When you have, especially when you have them holding your record up on like national television, you know.
That happened.
Yeah, oh yeah, it was crazy. It was like there was like news crews at our shows. And, like,
What was your reaction the first time you saw that?
we thought it was funny.
Yeah, it was pretty funny.
Yeah. We thought it was funny because they were saying that we were wasting taxpayers' money, but the first thing they decided to talk about after they got elected was a record. You know, like they didn't talk about jobs, they didn't talk about the economy. You know, and you have all these conservative Canadians that are like, yeah, this album's blasphemous, like, get rid of these guys. And you're like, are you serious? Like, you're on welfare right now. And these guys are spending, like, every member of parliament, you know, you're paying for them to sit there and listen to this fucking dickhead talk about our record when they could be working on finding you a job or fixing the economy.
Even their salary, like how much it works out to for how many hours for all of them to be in there, how many salaries that they're on. How much money that costs everybody, or you know, like the Prime Minister and the Heritage Minister flying in a private jet down to Stanley Cup final game and watching from a private box. Yeah.
Well, free publicity, right? Ultimately.
Yeah. So we thought it was funny, and thank you.
Exactly. Thank you, conservative government.
Yeah.
How long have you guys been together as a group?
For about 5 years now, probably. Yeah.
Wow. Good. You're definitely along then.
Yeah.
That's nice. Do you?
We all get along really well and
Yeah.
have a good time together. So.
Yeah, we're friends.
Yeah.
Friends. You were referred to as the prankster of the group, they told me not to trust you the second you met me.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I think that's a reputation I've like developed for myself
really?
on this tour alone. I think it's this guy. Landon's been the victim of like many pranks on this tour.
Yeah, and yes, that was one of the first things I told her. She was asking me to interview, and I was like, don't talk to that.
Yeah.
He's a liar and an evil person.
And I said I was going to talk to you the most, actually, because of that.
Okay.
But what kind of pranks do you pull on
it's been kind of like, it's been kind of harmless so far, but just like kind of relentless.
Over and over and over.
Yeah, like we'll lie like about little like insignificant things all the time. Like we'll be at a restaurant and be like, oh my god, they're giving us free food, and Landon will be like, really? And we'll be like, no, just kidding, you know. And it's constantly like doing that. And then Lauren lost his cell phone one day. Our drummer Lauren lost his cell phone, and he ended up finding it, but Landon didn't know, so we hid it in Landon's backpack. And then later that night,
started trying to help him find it and stuff. And then they framed me for stealing.
yeah, later that night we were like, let's see if we can find his phone one last time. Let's call it. And Landon had his backpack on and his phone was ringing. Today Landon went in to like go take a pee break while he was driving, and we set the GPS to the wrong town.
Yeah, in my seat, I come out, the seat's like all the way forward. This here, rear view mirror's twisted up. GPS is set to a different place. I don't know what else. I had to sit there for a minute and see what else you guys screwed up.
Yeah, just like harmless things, but I think they're just
Sunvisor
super annoying more than anything.
So you're like the tour victim almost.
Yeah,
He's
I am.
He's a tour prankster.
I'm getting a tattoo that
Landon's
says,
just, he's so nice that you know, I mean, at least not yet, but I think we pushed the envelope. We gotta be careful now, we can't.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get a tattoo that says a dead prankster plays no pranks.
You've played Underworld before. What do you like about it? How does it compare to other venues? How does Montreal compare to places?
Montreal's, I think, one of our favorite
Yeah,
places.
the kids are awesome here. This venue is perfect size, dude. Sounds great. You get your own monitor.
Montreal's just like a really cool city because it seems like, at least in North America, because it's got like a really European like vibe to it, you know, Quebec as like a whole or whatever. But in North America, it's probably like one of the most like partying kind of cities, you know? And we like to hang out and we like to go do things, and it always seems like people are getting up to like no good and, you know, just being bad boys and stuff, and that makes it super fun. So we love coming here and hanging out and playing shows.
Do you have like a very strange venue that you played that something that you're
Also,
like,
it's-
oh my god, we're playing this place really?
Yeah.
Someone's potato cellar before.
No, I think the weirdest one was we played on a military base in the middle of nowhere in
Oh my
Canada,
God.
in Winnipeg, somewhere, and it was like our bass player's friend was in charge of the events planning or whatever. So he asked us if we wanted to go out and had like all this money that they had saved, and it was a nice like chunk of money. So we're like, yeah, okay, this will be fine. We go out and it was in like this mess hall, and it was huge. Like you could probably fit 1,000 people in there. And they didn't have a PA system, and like it was like tiny speakers, and everybody was like sitting at bar stools at like the very back of the room. And we were like, hey,
They got
like,
us
there's
so
probably
drunk
like
that
30,
day, though.
yeah, there's probably like 30 people there. We were like, hey, you guys wanna come up here so it's not as weird? And they were like, no. And we were like, all right, well, why don't you just bring your tables up here? So they like brought their tables up and just like sat in front of the stage and watched us. We took a smoke break in the middle of our
Yeah,
set.
That's hilarious.
It was pretty fun.
Anyone want to go for a smoke?
And then they tried to give us mortar rounds.
It says you need to be like 300 meters away from it in a minute or something like that. It's like a football field or something.
What?
Yeah, something crazy like
That's
that.
crazy.
And it was winter out too, and we had them in the trailer, or like we were gonna put them in the trailer. So like
We weren't gonna put them
yeah.
anywhere. We weren't
So
gonna take
we just
those.
left them because like if you crash or something, boom. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Pretty crazy.
And children slide around pretty good.
Don't play in a military base.
No. No. Do you have a particular crowd that you like, that you've encountered? Like, which city has like a really good crowd, or like something that like stuck
Well,
out?
Montreal is actually one of my favorite for sure.
Yeah, totally. There's a
They're
lot
just
of
saying
good
this.
No, yeah, it sounds like it's coincidence, but no.
Montreal's really good. But I don't know. There's a lot of cool places. Like Toronto's fun.
Yeah.
LA is fun and New York's fun. It's all like the
San
big cities.
Francisco.
They're always the greatest places to go, I think.
Brooklyn's pretty fun.
Yeah. So, I don't know. They're all. It's just like whenever you get a chance, like playing for like a good amount of kids, and you know, it seems like in those bigger cities, there's like kids traveling a little bit to get there, so they appreciate it a little bit more, and
Or even
the
in
vibes
smaller
just a
towns,
little
you
bit
get
nicer.
surprised.
So.
Yeah.
And then those random like small towns that
Yeah.
you stumble across where they don't
Oh,
play
yeah?
shows very often are really cool too.
Yeah, yeah. Sometimes you'd be surprised. 'Cause there's like quite a surrounding rural community, right? So
So-
all the kids come into the town.
And they don't get this often. So
Yeah,
they're
yeah.
really oriented to
And
that.
you know, there's probably like, you know, sometimes you get like 300 kids like out in the middle of nowhere. You could get, you know, the one-off crazy show or something.
Well, thank you guys very much. That was
Hey, no
really
worries.
fantastic.
No problem.
Right on.
Thank you.
Yeah, that was a very informal interview with Living with Lions. They were fantastic. Check out their new album, Holy Shit.
Right on.
Don't trust the conservative government.
No one knows what Canada is in America.
Like, you're not serious, right? Like, no. Hey, you never know.
Dead pranks
You never
replace no
know.
pranks.
Exactly.